Washington, D.C., May 2014. NASA researchers, in conjunction with SETI scientists, publish a manual enlisting archaeologists and anthropologists in the search for evidence of extraterrestrial communication. The 330-page document, entitled Archaeology, Anthropology, and Interstellar Communication, details means and methods beyond binary code and radio signals that scientists should consider as potential communication from extraterrestrials. Singled out in the document are rock art and carvings, including the Neolithic petroglyphs of Northumberland, England. Although the document does not directly attribute the art to extraterrestrials, it does propose the possibility that it could be tied to otherworldly communication. Roswell, New Mexico, September 4th, 2004. While tracking deer in the desert, just 11 miles from the famous Roswell crash site, Robert Ridge came across an object sticking out of the sand, a small, triangular-shaped rock that is completely uniform in color and has a circular design on top of it that isn't etched into the rock, but actually protrudes from it.
Thought it was really cool when I first picked it up, then got it to the truck, brushed it off, and then I was like, in awe.
The Roswell Rock, as it has come to be known, measures roughly 1.5 inches thick by 2 inches wide. Meticulously etched out of the face of the triangular stone are circles and crescents. Robert Ridge is convinced that this symbol is meant to convey a message. And after studying the rock, he discovered an uncanny correlation between the symbols and the magnetism of the stone.
We found the rock has magnetic properties. A friend of mine kept hounding me about it, and he finally brought a magnet of his own and said, "Here, do this." So we did, and we found out that it has, it's pretty cool.
But with all the strange qualities that the Roswell Rock possesses, what researchers find most fascinating is that the design protruding from its surface has also been found in England, nearly 5,000 miles away.
The pattern of the sun and moon inside a circle that we see on the rock is precisely the same as what we see in a crop circle formation dating to 1996 in southern England.
The crop circle appeared 8 years before Robert Ridge discovered the Roswell Rock, a fact that has led some to suggest the rock is simply a man-made copy. Ancient astronaut theorists also contend that if someone had made the rock as a hoax, it's unlikely they would have left it half buried in the middle of the desert, where it may never be found. But what has truly convinced Robert and many others that the rock is not a man-made fabrication is a comparison that was done under a microscope between the Roswell Rock and a sandblasted replica.
We started looking at it under magnification. It blew me away. And I was like, wow, what is this? It's proven to be everything I thought it was so far, in my opinion.
One of the first researchers to investigate the connection between the Roswell Rock and the crop circle in England was investigative journalist Linda Moulton Howe. She is convinced that within the design is a message.
If we are dealing with advanced intelligences, and you assume that throughout the universe, all solar systems, all galaxies, there have to be some, we'll call them baselines. Moons, suns, and skies would be the common denominator. Something is trying to teach us humans about astronomy, the moon and the sun and the tracking of the symbols. This is reflecting past, present, and future, and that comes back to what is on that rock. Well, some people would say that that is a date.
A date? But why? Could there be a message encoded in the design on the Roswell Rock that reveals some significant turning point that lies ahead for mankind?